0425, Yolita Applebaum. Number 10, Unprotected Lex. Number 13, Omoratic. 151, Cotton. Number 16, Southern Discomfort. Number 17, Bold Move Buttons. That's the captain. Number 22, Scaratadet. Number 26, Miquatza Be Blazin'. Number 2806, Brawny Darko. Number 357, Free Afraid. Number 16, D-Rex. Number 64, Vinny. Number 88, Cosmo. And number 919, Grizz. The game is now underway. We'll be reading the Tri-City Roller Derby Thunders later.
Yeah,
and
probably during an official review.
Yeah. So with the lead, it's the captain, Nerdy Birdie.
Nerdy Birdie.
Nerdy Birdie knocked to the outside by the Denver's defense, calls it right off, picks up 1 point for her team.
2 points.
2 points.
All right. Next up, we have Cosmo for Bruising Altitude up against... Oh, we have binoculars today. But the Thunder's Jammer has exited the track because Nerdy Birdie is in the box. La Boîte Thérapeutique sponsored penalty box. I received some feedback yesterday that we didn't specify that the penalty box was sponsored by La Boîte Thérapeutique, and so many people were wondering if there what was the therapy, what was happening in the penalty box. It's a normal penalty box.
Yes. And the lead goes to Cosmo for Bruising Altitude. Bruising Altitude in a power jam situation. Tri-City taking the front of the pack, picking up the speed. Trying to contain Cosmo at around the pivot line. Nerdy Birdie back on the track, looking to complete her initial pass.
Cosmo trying to sneak out of the lane Nerdy was hoping to use. And Nerdy Birdie exiting the pack.
Yeah, Nerdy Birdie out on her initial pass. Now both jammers in position to score. Cosmo sees her creeping up towards the pack, calls it right off. We have a 4-0 jam in favor of Bruising Altitude.
Cosmo, I haven't seen any stats, but I from watching the games, I think Cosmo has had a very strong weekend jamming for Bruising Altitude.
There's some very strong skaters in the Denver roster for sure. Ok, pour le prochain jam, le Tri-City Thunder envoie Big Papa. Du côté de Bruising Altitude, c'est Yolita Applebaum. Yolita Applebaum tente de prendre la ligne intérieure et ça passe pour Yolita Applebaum, lead jammer, Bruising Altitude. Big Papa toujours sur son passage initial. Oh, et c'est une pénalité pour Yolita Applebaum et un super jam pour Big Papa. On a eu un passage de l'étoile du côté de
Princess Punch.
Princess Punch, la pivot pour le Thunder. Et ça passe. It is a smashing good time, pardon.
Oh. Pardon?
Smashing good time avec l'étoile. Le pack est très séparé et ça passe pour Smashing good time. C'est 4 points pour le Thunder. Yolita Applebaum de retour sur la piste. Et c'est un autre super jam, cette fois-ci à l'avantage du Bruising Altitude. Smashing Good Time présentement dans la boîte de pénalité, la boîte thérapeutique. pour tous vos besoins de chiropratique à Montréal. Yolita Applebaum à l'avant, retenue par la défense du Thunder. Et ça passe pour Yolita
Sorti
Applebaum.
le pack facilement.
Et c'est la fin de ce jam. Smash and Good Time a pu sortir de la boîte de pénalité avant la fin du jam, donc on aura un départ normal. 2 jammers pour le prochain jam.
Tri-City Thunder starting this jam with a blocker standing in the box. And that is Poison Evie taking the lead jammer position. Quickly followed up by Scare Bear. Quick, sneaky outside lane. Manages to call it off right after that.
And we already have a lead change. So the Thunder leading by 1 point over Bruising Altitude. 13-12. And we have an official review from the Tri-City Thunder. Yeah, let's take a look at these rosters.
I'm going to quickly run through Tri-City. Playing in red for Tri-City Roller Derby Thunder, we have 0 Robbins, 100 Big Papa, 1070 Pyromagniac, 11 Dre, 1812 Nerdy Birdie Captain, 2042 Agrosaurus, 266 Smashin' Good Time, 303 Ashfield, 333 Poison EV, 5446 Candy Crossbones Alternative, 58 Slash Squatch, 6 Biggie, not to be confused with Biggie Smalls, 67 Ziggy Stardust Alt, 71 Maggie Middleton, and 824 Poison Ivy, not to be confused with Poison Evie.
And a big thank you to our officials crew this morning. That's Aggie Battery, Archer, Jurassic Sparks, Milliken Cookies, RX and Brick, Cheeky, Grand Cru, Aggie Battery, Mothman, Catastrophe, Eric, Epic Phil, Poppins, Ninja Sassum, Shrimp and Roll, Breakpool, Guinness, Bruce Lee, and Queenie.
Thank you very much to our officials currently reviewing and possibly finished the review.
Yeah, we sadly don't have much information to share with you at this moment, or probably won't, but you can discuss what might have been the subject of that review.
Create your conspiracy theories in the chat.
Yes, please share.
Just gonna pull up the Twitch stream. Actually, no. It's not that.
Donc, portant l'étoile pour le Tri-City Thunder, c'est Poison Evie. Du côté de Bruising Altitude, c'est Homoerotic. Homoerotic, votre première jammeuse. Oh, et c'est un super jam pour Bruising Altitude. Poison Evie envoyé à la boîte de pénalité pour un blocage illégal au dos. Homoerotic, sur son premier passage cumulatif, retenu par la défense du Tri-City Thunder, mais ça passe 4 points et un autre changement de tête au pointage pour cette partie.
L'offense de Denver vient, mais c'est pas très efficace.
Oui, j'ai l'impression qu'on va utiliser les termes lead change très fréquemment ce matin. Homoratic complète son deuxième passage cumulatif. Poison Ivy de retour sur la piste. Si je ne me trompe pas, elle devra compléter son passage initial avant de pouvoir commencer à compter des points.
Beau essai sur l'intérieur ligne.
Oui, bel essai, mais malheureusement, ça n'a pas passé. C'était le numéro 26, Mikwadzi Blazin. Mikwadzi Blazin qui avait envoyé Poison Ivy à l'intérieur de la piste. Moratic arrête le jam. Voyons voir si des points supplémentaires ont été accordés. 11. Donc un total de 11 points pour Moratic et les Bruising Altitude. Pointage maintenant 23-13 en faveur de Denver.
In the chat, Sari Cherry says, "Ooh, super jam in French, cute."
It was the term introduced by our announcing superstar from Montreal, Plastic Patrick.
Plastic Patrick, shout out to Plastic Patrick. And that is Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, and a track flat penalty for Ziggy Stardust.
It's going to be a full 2-minute jam. Cosmo looking to break out of the pack, stringing along the blockers, and makes it out. The Denver offense managing to create enough chaos. Cosmo escaping.
I see what you did there. Maybe another coffee.
Oh, yeah, I need 3 more.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe a bagel.
So Ziggy Stardust back from the broad therapeutic penalty box. Ziggy Stardust through.
It's a fast-moving pack.
It is a very fast-moving pack. Both jammers now out of the pack, both in position to score. No one has lead, so this is going to go for the full 2 minutes.
15 seconds left in this jam, and Cosmo making a quick little jump on the inside. Escapes first, quickly followed up by Stardust. A little jammer spill on the inside there at turn 2.
Yeah, all good though. All smiles.
All smiles. Everybody is excited to be awake at 9:15.
So that was a 13-point jam for Cosmo, bringing our score to 36 for the Bruising Altitude to the Thunder's 17. Nerdy Birdie, la capitaine du Tri-City Thunder, qui porte l'étoile et obtient rapidement le statut de première jammeuse. Du côté du Bruising Altitude, c'est Yolita Applebaum. Yolita Applebaum, sur la ligne extérieure, réussit à compléter son passage initial. Maintenant, nos 2 jammeuses en position de compter des points. Denver prend l'avant du pack, accélère un peu la cadence et force Nerdy Birdie à arrêter le jam. Donc, voyons voir. 3 points. 3 points pour Nerdy Birdie.
Différence de 16 points entre les deux équipes. And looks like we have Scare Bear and Big Papa. Scare Bear able to make it out of the pack. Big Papa soon behind. Meanwhile, Scare Bear has hit the pack once again. And that is the jam called off. I don't believe Big Papa was able to snag any points.
No, the officials are confirming no points for Big Papa on that one. 2 for Bruising Altitude.
We have Rat lining up for Denver. Up against
Poison Evie.
Poison Evie. The blue is a little hard to read on there.
Oh.
Good try by Homoerotic to stay in. One hand on the floor.
Oh, but that was good though. A little twisty hop.
We've seen a lot. Rat has been able to really utilize that space. A little twist hop.
And she'll have more opportunities to do so because she's the only jammer on the track right now. Poison Evie sent to the penalty box for a forearm, I believe.
That is the jam called off. 8 points for Bruising Altitude.
And a power start for Bruising Altitude with the jammer and a blocker currently sitting in the penalty box.
It's an unenviable position to be in. Sari Cherry says, truly seeing why Rat makes us do a bunch of those little jumps at practice. Yeah, this is a clinic on display today and yesterday and the day before.
Dans l'étoile pour Bruising Altitude, c'est Cosmo. Du côté du Tri-City Thunder, c'est Poison Evie, toujours dans la boîte de pénalité. Et ça passe pour Cosmo, première jammeuse de Bruising Altitude. Seulement 2 bloqueuses sur la piste. Bloqueur-bloqueuse pour
J'ai manqué
le Thunder.
le pénalité associé au Denver, numéro 17. Malheureusement.
Et ça passe pour Poison Evie qui complète son passage initial. Les deux jammers maintenant en position de compter des points. Cosmo qui arrête le jam depuis le sol. Quand il faut l'arrêter, peu importe où on est, il faut que ça se passe. Donc, 4-0 en faveur de Bruising Altitude. Pointage maintenant 50-20 en faveur de Denver.
Il y a une 30 points de différence entre les deux équipes maintenant. .67 Ziggy Stardust jamming for the Thunder. And Yolita Applebum grabbing lead right out of the gate there. And that is the jam called off. Some quick points.
Do stick around after this game. We have another one coming. Game 9. That'll be the Montreal Sexpos versus Royal City.
That'll be a fun one.
Absolutely. Donc, présentement sur la piste. Rapidement, Scare Bear pour Bruising Altitude avec une Nerdy Birdie. Quelques pas derrière elle. La vitesse du pack s'accélère. Denver tente de prendre les devants pour protéger leurs points. Voyons voir si des points ont été accordés. 2 points pour le Thunder, 1 pour Bruising Altitude. Pointage maintenant 55-22.
Homoerotic lining up against someone I can't see.
Yeah, the pack was too low.
Looks like it might be Poison Evie. Rat getting recycled a little bit on the outside. Oh, it looks like we have an injury on the Tri-City Roller Derby side. The jam has been called off.
So Rat was sent to the penalty box at the tail end of that jam, I believe. I hadn't noticed.
I think it might have been assessed after the fact.
Okay.
Potentially there was a forearm or like a high block or something like that, I believe.
Something like that. Donc, super départ pour le prochain jam pour le Tri-City Thunder. Super départ ainsi que petit avantage numérique au niveau des bloqueurs. Une personne, la jammeuse et une bloqueuse assise présentement dans la boîte de pénalité commanditée par la boîte thérapeutique. Si vous êtes à Montréal et vous cherchez des traitements de chiropraticien, ne regardez pas plus loin que la boîte thérapeutique.
Ouais.
Pour ce super départ, le Tri-City Thunder envoie Big Papa. Big Papa seul sur la ligne de départ de jammer. Et ça passe pour Big Papa, premier jammer, Tri-City Thunder. Oh, il y a une ouverture sur la ligne intérieure et ça passe pour Big Papa, 4 points au tableau pour son équipe.
Homoerotic standing in the box, ready to return.
Pendant ce temps-là, Big Papa décroche 4 points supplémentaires pour le Thunder. Big Papa envoyé à l'intérieur de la piste par la défense de Denver. Pendant ce temps-là, Homoerotic complète son passage initial. Nos deux jammers maintenant en position de compter des points. Big Papa sorti de la piste. Arrête le jam mi-pirouette.
Beau effort par les Tri-City Thunder.
Et Bruising Out est une qui a décroché un petit point à la toute fin du jam précédent. Donc 12 pour Big Papa, 1 pour Homoerotic. Pointage maintenant 34 à 56.
Yolita Applebaum and I think that's Poison Evie.
That is Poison Evie.
Getting there, getting better. Poison
got
Evie
lead.
has the lead. Pack quickly racing the track. And that's Poison Evie trying to get a couple points there. Yeah, looks like it was 3 points. Quick jam here with 10 minutes left in the first period of the first game of the day.
Restez avec nous. Après ce match, on en a un autre. Les Expos de Montréal vont affronter les Royal City. Donc, c'est ici même à 11h, heure normale de l'Est. Et ça passe pour Scare Bear. Oh, avec Nerdy Birdie juste derrière elle. La vitesse du pack s'accélère. Le Tri-City Thunder tente de prendre la blonde du peloton pour protéger leur point.
C'est le jam arrêté par Scare Bear.
Oui, donc aucun point compté sur ce dernier jam.
Les deux équipes cherchent de protéger leurs points, effectivement.
Mm-hmm. Chaque point fait la différence.
Ouais. Homoerotic and
Ziggy
67, Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust and Homoerotic battling it out around the fourth turn. The pack looking to make this hard on each other. And that is the jam called off. And I think there was another 0-point jam for either team.
Voyons voir si l'histoire se répétera dans le prochain jam. Portant l'étoile pour le Bruising Altitude, c'est Cosmo. Du côté de Tri-City Thunder, Big Papa. Big Papa à l'avant et ça passe. Le lead va au Tri-City Thunder. Cosmo complète également son passage initial. Nos deux jammers maintenant en position de compter des points. Petit saut de l'apex de Big Papa. Ah, aucun point accordé à Big Papa.
Ah ouais?
Ah, peut-être que le saut a pas... Non, aucun point.
Peut-être que c'était illégal.
Oui, peut-être que le saut n'a pas été considéré, ou peut-être que oui.
Je pense que 4 points étaient...
OK. Nos excuses. Le 4 points a été rajouté au tableau pour le Tri-City Thunder. Donc, pointage maintenant 41 à 56.
Oh. Le jammeuse de les équipes Thunder, numéro 333, Poison Ivy, a tombé sur la piste.
Yolita Applebaum avec le lead. Poison Ivy tente de compléter son passage initial. Pendant ce temps-là, Yolita Applebaum, c'est son premier passage cumulatif. Beau travail défensif du Tri-City Thunder, mais ça passe tout de même pour Applebaum. Oh, et c'est une pénalité pour Poison Ivy. Et un super jam pour Yolita Applebaum et le Bruising Altitude. Poison Ivy a envoyé à la boîte des pénalités pour avoir coupé la piste, mais non, finalement. Il s'agirait pas d'une faute.
Nice little duck under there by Poison Ivy to get some quick 2 points.
Et on a une demande de révision officielle, official review, qui nous vient de Bruising Altitude. We sadly don't have more information to share as to what the official review might be about. If you're a good lip reader and would like to share in the chat, that'd be fantastic. But if not,
yeah, let us know. Lip readers to the rescue. Quick shout out to Low Life Skate Shop. locally owned by two skaters on our travel team, New Skids on the Block, Cheese and Mange, graciously equipping les équipes de Montréal depuis. I actually don't know when I want to say 2016. I don't know.
Has it been 10 years?
It's an institution.
Yeah, visit their new location if you ever come to Montreal. They have a beautiful new location in the Rosemont Petite Patrie area.
It's so cute. Sari Cherry in the chat says, Buttons is the hottest person on the track award. Award them whatever they want. Dash the coach. Six and a half minutes left in this first period.
Reste avec nous pour la prochaine partie qui commencera à 11h ce matin. Et les Expos de Montréal affronteront Royal City. Si vous aimez le commentaire, si vous aimez l'accès au feed, if you're enjoying this morning's broadcast and you have a couple dollars to spare, please consider donating to our Zep fee. All the money donated will go back to the league, which can help us offer you a quality free stream for all Derby fans out there.
Nerdy Birdie taking the lead. Some big roars, some thunderous roars from the Thunder bench. These underdogs doing their best to close the gap. A quick escape by Nerdy Birdie. Meanwhile, Scare Bear. Oh, little one-on-one. And manages to break out of the pack. And Nerdy Birdie's going to the box for a cut track. This is going to be a 1 minute jam. No more lead. Only both teams have scored 4 points. And Scare Bear managing to grab another. Oh! And Scare Bear is sent to the box for a cut as well.
Musical chair jammers in the Boîte Thérapeutique penalty box.
That is Nerdy Birdie out. Meanwhile, number 266, Smashin' Good Time, has been sent to the box on a forearm. Scare Bear back on the track. And the jam has been called off. Huge 12 points for Thunder. Meanwhile, Bruising Altitude was able to sneak 7 points in there under the line.
Ouais, pointage maintenant de 70 pour le Bruising Altitude, de 55 pour le Tri-City Thunder. Il reste 4 minutes à jouer dans cette première demi. Donc on a un départ 3 contre 3. Pas de pivot pour le Thunder. Portant l'étoile pour le Bruising Altitude et le premier Jammers, c'est homo-erotic. Du côté du Tri-City Thunder, c'est Ziggy Stardust. Ziggy Stardust retenu par la défense de Denver Bruising Altitude, mais ça passe pour Ziggy Stardust. Homo-erotic sorti par les bloqueurs de Thunder, décroche 4 points pour son équipe et arrête rapidement le jam. Donc 4-0 en faveur du Bruising Altitude.
Big Papa and Cosmo fighting their way through the pack. Big Papa taking the lead. Cosmo having to do some one-on-one blocking against 1070 Pyromagniac. Manages to escape. But every second counts. And that is the jam called off. 4 points for the Thunder. And they managed to protect their points, I believe.
Yes, they have. So 4-0 in favor of the Thunder. Score now 74 for Bruising Altitude, 59 for the Tri-City Thunder.
Yeah, they're putting in a lot of work to close the gap here.
Yeah, there's still time. There's still a full half and 2 minutes left in that one. So nothing's set in stone.
The Denver blocker, the defense and offense from Denver is incredibly strong. But it looks like the Thunder is doing their best to pick it apart.
Absolutely. Wearing the star. Let's do it in French. Portant l'étoile pour le Tri-City Thunder, Poison Ivy en rouge. C'est votre première jammeuse du côté du Bruising Altitude. C'est Yolita Applebaum. Yolita Applebaum, c'est son passage initial. Poison Ivy forcé de recycler à l'arrière du peloton, mais ça passe. Poison Ivy arrête le jam. Oh, mais un petit point a été décroché par Yolita Applebaum à la toute fin de ce jam. Donc, un jam 4-1, pardon. Tri-City Thunder 63, Bruising Altitude 75.
Différence de 12 points entre les deux équipes maintenant.
Loving all the good vibes from the chat.
Yes, loving the chat vibes.
Oh, Nerdy Birdie got awarded lead jammer but got knocked back in. So is effectively lead jammer, but
at the back of the pack.
At the back of the pack, yes. Nerdy Birdie threw for real this time with Scare Bear right behind her.
Scare Bear trying to take that inside line.
But Nerdy Birdie.
Both jammers trying to knock each other out before they make it back to the pack, and that is the jam called off.
Let's see if any points are awarded on that one. 1 for the Thunder. And waiting for the officials' confirmation for the score. It's one blocker in the box for the Thunder. That's their pivot. Et c'est un départ Big Papa en rouge, Homoerotic Denver in the blue. Homoerotic with the lead. Oh, Big Papa sent to the penalty box on the high block penalty, so that's a super jam, power jam for Denver's Bruising Altitude.
Ginger Spice in the chat says, some fun facts. Scare Bear, Rat, Homoerotic, and D-Rex are coaches for the Denver Juniors.
That's fantastic. We had a junior game earlier yesterday. I don't know if anybody had a chance to take a look at it, but very proud of our juniors and anybody involved in junior roller derby. So
super proud of our juniors.
Good to know, Ginger Spice.
And it looks like that was a 12-point jam for Bruising Altitude from Rat.
Yeah, homoerotic helping widening the gap between the two teams. So 89 for Bruising Altitude, 64 for the Thunder. It sounded a little extra French. Le Thunder.
Le Thunder. Le Tonnerre?
Le Tonnerre, yes.
Le Tonnerre, ouais.
Big Papa wearing the star from the penalty box. Cosmo for Denver's Bruising Altitude. Cosmo looking to complete that initial pass and is through with the lead. Big Papa back in the penalty box has completed their initial pass. Both jammers now in position to score. Pack speed is picking up. It's more like a line at this point, really. Everybody's gunning to protect their points.
Yeah.
And let's see if any points were awarded on that one. None. 0-0 jam.
Starting off, we have Nerdy Birdie and Yolita Applebaum facing off. And it's tight going into the second turn here. Both jammers still trying, and Yolita Applebaum makes it out first, sneaking past the Thunder blockers. Nerdy Birdie still trying to make their initial pass. And that's Nerdy Birdie out of the pack. Yolita Applebaum still fighting their way through. The small recycle there and calls it off. Bruising Altitude managing to pick up 3 points in that jam.
Présentement sur la ligne de départ pour Tri-City Thunder, c'est Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy qui remporte le titre de première jammeuse. Scare Bear du côté du Bruising Altitude complète également son passage initial. Encore une fois, la vitesse du peloton s'accélère. Poison Ivy, Poison Ivy qui trouve une ouverture à l'intérieur de la piste. Compte 4 points pour son équipe et arrête rapidement le jam. 4-0, Thunder.
Prenez les vite points.
Restez avec nous après cette partie pour la prochaine game numéro 9. C'est les Expos versus Royal City.
Homoerotic on the track. Big pile up in the back. And it is 67 Ziggy Stardust
Out first.
making it out. But
out first, but not lead.
But not lead.
That was homoerotic, and as Rats saw Ziggy Stardust approaching, decided to call it right off. No points on that one either.
Ziggy looking a bit disappointed that they were not lead.
Yeah, fair. A common experience for
yeah,
me.
Yeah. I would also be a bit bummed. But it happens sometimes.
Yeah. Sur le prochain jam portant l'étoile pour Bruising Altitude, c'est Cosmo. Du côté du Thunder, c'est Big Papa. La boîte de pénalité vide, tout le monde est sur la piste. Big Papa à l'avant. Le pack s'allonge et ça passe pour Big Papa. Cosmo également hors du pack. Un quart de piste derrière Big Papa.
Maggie Middleton envoyée à la boîte thérapeutique.
Big Papa envoyé à l'intérieur de la piste, mais avait décroché 2 points avant que le jam soit arrêté. Donc 2-0 en faveur du Thunder. Pointage maintenant 92 à 70.
Maggie Middleton devra rester dans la boîte thérapeutique entre les deux jams.
Donc un petit avantage bloqueur du côté de Denver pour le prochain jam. Nerdy Birdie pour le Tri-City Thunder. Yolita Applebaum pour Bruising Altitude. Très belle défense de Denver, mais ça passe pour Nerdy Birdie qui décroche le statut de première jammers. Yolita Applebaum réussit à déjouer la défense du Thunder.
That's the jam called off by Nerdy Birdie.
Est envoyé assez brusquement à l'intérieur de la piste. Mais aucun point pour nos deux équipes. 0-0.
Il y a 22 points de différence entre les deux équipes maintenant.
22 points de différence, 22 minutes restantes à la partie.
2 minutes par jam.
Wow.
And it looks like we have Poison Eevee and Scare Bear, with Scare Bear managing to escape a very strung out pack. Coming around for their scoring pass. Both teams have blockers in the box. Working to cover those lines and fill in the gaps. Motley Crude in the chat says, "This is me learning that MILF speaks French. Badly, but, you know, getting there."
Yeah, everybody has to start somewhere.
Why?
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 Siggy Stardust pour le Tri-City Thunder, Homo Erotic pour Bruising Altitude et le lead va à Homo Erotic. Probably one of my favorite names this tournament, I gotta be honest.
Absolutely, yeah.
So good. Sometimes you get a little almost mad, be like, why did I think of that? It is so good.
So good.
Speaking of good, Homo Erotic picking up 4 points for her team. We have a star pass for the Thunder, the pivot. Currently holding the helmet cover.
266. That is smashing good time. Let's see how much longer this jam will go on for.
More Erotic recycled to the back of the pack by the Thunder's defense. That's number 67. That's the former Jammers, Ziggy Stardust. And jam is called.
8 points, 11 points for Bruising Altitude to 7 picked up by the Thunder.
Scores currently standing at 115 for the Bruising Altitude and 77 for Tri-City Thunder.
The Denver blocker in the box was called on a forearm. We got the inside scoop now.
Big pop-up pour le Tri-City Thunder, Cosmo pour Bruising Altitude. Et ça passe pour Cosmo, première jammeuse. Bruising Altitude, suivi après une demi-piste plus loin par Big Pop-up. Nos deux jammers en position de côté des points. Et ça passe facilement pour...
Ouais, c'était juste un bloqueur contre Cosmo.
Ouais, Cosmo Jammer très très agile. Un peu de difficulté à déjouer la seule personne qui était dans son chemin. Donc 4 points pour Cosmo et le Bruising Altitude, aucun pour le Tri-City Thunder.
We have a little spinorama between the two teams on the track as they line up for this next jam. Nerdy Birdie and Yolita Applebaum digging into the pack, and Yolita manages to escape, almost taken out by Poison Ivy. Nerdy Birdie also making their initial pass and is coming in to score. Oh, big apex jump.
A little too late,
no
sadly.
Points awarded, but incredible to see. There was the distance on that. I was incredibly impressed.
Yeah, from our viewpoint, we can see the apex jumps really well. So, very impressive jump from Captain Nerdy Birdie. Pour le prochain jam, Poison Ivy jam et remporte le statut de première jammeuse pour le Thunder. Du côté de Bruising Altitude, c'est Scare Bear qui porte l'étoile. Facilement, Poison Ivy sur la ligne extérieure.
Sur juste un pied.
Un pied pas touché par aucune personne opposante. Wow, un autre 4 points pour Poison Ivy. Et le passage initial est complété pour Scare Bear. Nos deux jammers maintenant en position de compter des points. Poison Ivy sorti par la défense de Denver, c'était le numéro 26, Quadza B. Blazin.
Est-ce que Poison Ivy et Poison Ivy, la même personne? Changer de chandail entre des jams?
I don't know if anybody from the chat knows. Are they twins? Are they related?
What's the lore? Give us the lore on the
If you
Poisons.
feel like it, maybe it's just a pure coincidence, but I'd be surprised. We never know, though.
And we have a team timeout.
Team timeout, yes, for the Thunder.
Thunder looks like it.
So 11 points on that last one for the Thunder, bringing our score to 88 for the Tri-City Thunders to Denver's 123.
Rose Can Do It in the chat says that Smashing is doing amazing pivot duties this weekend. Very much
yes,
so.
Absolutely.
We've seen some really good star passes.
And do stick around for the next game coming up at 11. The Montreal Les Expos will be facing Royal City.
The Brute-leggers.
The Brute-leggers. So that's coming up at 11.
Some brutal sex, maybe. I don't know. My brain's not working. Trying for puns and stuff. Nah. Le cerveau ne fonctionne plus.
Cerveau out of office. Donc, portant l'étoile pour le Bruising Altitude, c'est Homoerotic. Pour le Tri-City Thunder, c'est Ziggy Stardust. Homoerotic at the front of the pack. Tourne sur la dernière ligne de défense du Tri-City Thunder et obtient le statut de première jammers. Ziggy Stardust également hors du pack. Les deux jammers maintenant en position de compter des points. Homoerotic Le traverse, compte 4 points pour son équipe et arrête le jam.
Called off.
4-0, Bruising Altitude.
On a vu moins de pénalités.
Oui, effectivement,
au
moins de pénalités à date
commencement
dans cette
cette
deuxième
période.
période. Voyons voir si on n'a pas complètement jinxé.
Peut-être.
Jinxé l'énergie en le mentionnant. Voyons
Crois
voir.
tes droits. Cosmo jamming for Bruising Altitude. Meanwhile, Nerdy Birdie stuck at the back of the pack with a huge pileup. Tri-City Roller Derby trying to quickly reface and line up for Cosmo, but managing to not kind of miss the mark there.
Say power jam for Cosmo. Nerdy Birdie currently standing in the penalty box with one blocker, but Nerdy Birdie is out. Ooh, big hit on Nerdy Birdie, but is out on her initial pass. Cosmo is through and calls it right off before Nerdy Birdie can add any points to the board. So 12-point jam for Cosmo. I don't have the stats in front of me, but it seems like Cosmo might be the highest point scorer for Denver's Bruising Altitude so far this morning.
Yeah, it might be. It's probably up against Homoerotic and
Yes, absolutely.
And Cosmo. It'd be fun to see who managed to rack up more points. And it looks like number 919 for Bruising Altitude, Grizz, is a little bit hurt from that contact with Nerdy Birdie, leaving the track on one foot.
Yolita Applebaum pour Bruising Altitude, Big Papa for le Thunder. Et ça passe pour Yolita Applebaum. Pardon.
Ooh, huge hit from D-Rex.
Big Papa toujours sur son passage initial. Yolita Applebaum sur son premier passage cumulatif et ça passe. 4 points pour Bruising Altitude. Big Papa recyclé à l'arrière du pack par le numéro 26, Simi Quadzaby Blazing.
Yolita Applebaum recyclée au fond de le pack.
On a eu un passage de l'étoile du côté du Tri-City Thunder. C'est la Pivot Smashin' Good Time qui porte maintenant l'étoile. Mais le jam est arrêté. Aucun point pour le Thunder. 8 pour Bruising Altitude. Pointage maintenant 147 pour Denver Roller Derby contre 88 pour le Tri-City Roller Derby.
Poison Evie and Homoerotic. Oh, and it looks like we have a team timeout. Oh, official timeout called.
Official timeout. If you're enjoying this live stream and have a couple bucks to share, please consider donating to our Zeffy. It is our pleasure to share our fantastic event for free online. So if you're enjoying it and would like to say thank you, hit up the Zeffy.
And that is the next jam starting. Homoerotic and Poison Eevee quickly digging in. Homoerotic stopped, but manages to get through a discombobulated Thunder tripod. Poison Eevee going up against this incredible defense from Denver. Both jammers battling hard, and it is Homoerotic making it through to pick up 4 points on that pass. You know, Poison Eevee knocked off the track, recycled to the back of the pack. That's another 4 points picked up by Homoerotic. Ten minutes left in the second period. Forearm called against. I
believe that's Poison Eevee. Yeah, so power start for Bruising Altitude at the beginning of the next jam. And we have a team timeout for Thunder. I want to say a big thank you to Lowlife. Lowlife Montreal is Montreal's go-to skate shop for derby and park skaters alike. Founded by experienced derby players Mange and Cheese, the shop offers top quality gear, expert advice, and a welcoming atmosphere that supports skaters at every level. Whether you're hitting the track or the park, Lowlife Montreal has it all, including dogs, donuts, and just good vibes.
Yeah. I was going to try and not shout out the dogs again, but
they're part of the like Low Life extended universe.
Yeah.
So do stick around at 11 Eastern for another bout. Game 9. Les Expos de Montréal will be facing off Royal City's Bootleggers. Oh, I just got your pun from 10 minutes ago. Hey la la. It's going to be a long day, folks. Please bear with me.
Not my best work.
Not your best work. I was like,
No.
oh, we're going, like, starting up strong at 10 a.m. Like, okay.
Yeah, no, not the best one.
Et on a un super départ pour Cosmo seul sur la ligne de départ de Jammer. Poison Eevee dans la boîte de pénalité, boîte thérapeutique. Et ça passe pour Cosmo, première jammeuse. Bruising Altitude. Le pack s'étire. Cosmo retenu par un tripode de bloqueuse du Thunder. Oh, Poison Eevee de retour, saute l'Apex.
Saute l'Apex, ouais.
La défense de Denver très présente et accueille chaleureusement Poison Eevee de son retour de la boîte de pénalité. Smashing good time. La pivot pour le Thunder sort. Cosmo et la force à recycler à l'arrière du peloton.
Poison Eevee pushed to the outside.
Et le numéro 357 pour Denver, c'est Bree Afraid envers la boîte de pénalité. Et c'est une pénalité pour Poison Eevee. On fait un autre super jam pour Cosmo.
It looks like there's some confusion regarding the cut called on Poison Eevee. I think the blocker who knocked them out was sent to the box. Which I believe would usually let you just return.
I believe
think
so.
you keep your
but
position.
I'm not a referee, so
Yeah.
shout out to our referees doing
Shout out
very hard work.
To our amazing referees, yeah.
Et on est de retour. Yolita Applebaum sur un super départ. Poison Ivy dans la boîte de pénalité. Petit avantage numérique du côté des bloqueurs, mais ça passe tout de même pour Applebaum.
Poison Ivy back on the track. In the chat, Rose Can Do It mentions that they also both fell, which when you fall, you lose your position.
Et ça passe pour Poison Ivy qui complète son passage initial. Yolita Applebaum arrête le jam. Donc un jam 4-0 en faveur du Bruising Altitude.
And we have a team timeout.
Team timeout.
Looks like it is by the Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder. Donc on a 6 minutes 48 secondes restantes à jouer à cette partie. Le Bruising Altitude mène 165. Tri-City Thunder 88.
One of the
Oui,
no,
oui,
go
vas-y.
ahead. Vas-y? Okay.
No,
One
you.
of the Thunder's bench team applying some fanning. As we all know, that is one of the most amazing things that the bench team can give us.
Is that a Chaperone tribute outfit?
I'm not sure. My first thought was the secretary from Powerpuff Girls.
Yes.
But I think you might be correct.
You know, I'm due for a Powerpuff Girl rewatch.
That's true. Me too.
I wonder if it's held up. Did it? Have you watched the Powerpuff Girls recently? Let us know if it's worth a rewatch. Ziggy Stardust porte l'étoile pour le Tri-City Thunder. Scare Bear pour Bruising Altitude.
Sari Cherry in the chat says, I want a crowdfund for little earpieces for the announcers so they can give us official notes. You can donate to our Zeffy,
Yes.
which I can't promise will be earmarked for little earpieces, but
Yeah, it might be for the venue, but it might be for the earpieces.
yeah,
We're just happy to be there and provide you with as much information as we can.
absolutely.
Speaking of information, what's going on? No lead jammer called so far. Ziggy Stardust picking up the lead.
Big pile up on the outside line.
Scare Bear removing their helmet cover. Meanwhile, Ziggy Stardust picks up 4 points for the Tri-City Thunder. And I believe you have a start pass for Bruising Altitude. The pivot, Mikwadza Be Blazin, currently is now the jammer for Bruising Altitude.
Big block
Yeah, big.
by number 6, Biggie. And that's Mikwazvi Blazin sent to the box.
Yeah, on a track cut penalty. So that's a power jam situation for Ziggy Stardust. Nice opportunity to close the gap a little bit, but Denver is picking up this pack speed.
And that is the jam called off.
Yeah.
8 points.
Let's see, there's no 11. The Tri-City Thunder approaching the 100-point mark.
Just on the cusp.
Just on the cups with under 5 minutes left to play in this bout.
A really strong jam from the
Absolutely.
Tri-City Thunder. Maybe we might be seeing a shift in momentum here, potentially.
So, super départ pour Nerdy Birdie, seul jammer sur la piste. Ouh! Mais ça passe pour Nerdy Birdie. Le bloc était
Vinny
hors
sent
jeu.
to the box.
Sent to the box. Et facilement, ça passe pour Nerdy Birdie. C'est 4 points de plus au tableau pour le Tri-City Thunder.
Il y a 2 bloqueurs dans la boîte thérapeutique penalty boîte.
Yeah, Mikwatibi Blazin de retour sur la piste. Le banc de Tri-City Thunder signale à Nerdy Birdie de continuer de patiner. Et ça passe pour la capitaine. C'est un 4 points de plus. Le Thunder maintenant au-dessus de la barre des 100 points. Incredibly Blazing. Et c'est un super jam pour Incredibly Blazing et Nerdy Birdie. Envoyé à la boîte de pénalité. Incredibly Blazing. Toujours sur son passage initial. Sorti de la piste. Une espèce de...
Vinny sent to the box again. I think earlier when we mentioned that there was less penalties, we are starting to see that go away.
Yeah, we did jinx it.
In the last 3 minutes of the second period. Hopefully no one gets fouled out.
Nerdy Birdie de retour sur la piste. Fantastique défense du Tri-City Thunder qui arrive à contenir de façon très efficace la Jammers Incredibly Blazing. Et ça passe pour Nerdy Birdie. 4 points de plus, donc 16 au total. Un fantastique jam pour Nerdy Birdie, la capitaine du Tri-City Thunder.
That last pass there, Nerdy Birdie got some well-timed offense from number... Oh, I just had it in my brain. I think it was 58.
Yeah, good work, defense and offense from the Tri-City Thunder. 16-point jam. None for the Bruising Altitude. We have 2 minutes 32 left on the game clock. Bruising Altitude leading 165. Tri-City Thunder's 130. Oh, some points were adjusted. 111. We'll keep you updated. We are currently in an official review. And we'll keep you posted if we have more information. All right, if you are from Montreal and are watching the game and you had purchased raffle tickets, the raffle draw will happen before the last game at around 2:30 p.m. For people from Montreal watching online, go on our Instagram stories to get the payment link and to see our bundles. There are Bond, Pro-Star skates, and Bones wheels to win.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's some really nice stuff. You need some new skates?
Yeah, and I get a nice little setup.
Yeah, you can try your luck at our raffle. All proceeds go to fund Montreal roller derby. Maybe I should get some raffle tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My second pair of skates were Bont Pro Stars. I really like them.
Yeah, some good Australian-made skates. So no information, sadly, to share about what that official review might be about.
Some banter coming from Denver and Thunder. I don't know if you're allowed to talk to people when you're in the box.
I guess the consensus is that if you're nice.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, let's go with that. I like that.
Compliments only.
Good vibes.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah Cherry, thank you for the information. You can talk to people in the box.
That's the end of this official review. So Thunder's official review not retained. Pour le prochain jam portant l'étoile pour Denver, c'est Homo Erotic qui décroche le titre de première jammeuse, mais est réabsorbé par le pack. Big Papa. Oh, Big Papa envoyé à la boîte de pénalité. C'est un super jam pour Homo Erotic. Homo Erotic a immédiatement arrêté le jam. Donc ça va être un super départ pour Bruising Altitude pour le prochain.
Was that a cut on Big Papa? I kind of missed the hand signal. I was trying to decipher it. Cosmo jamming on this super départ for Denver. Fighting in, getting dug into the Thunder tripod, trying to find a way out. Meanwhile, Denver is goading number 58. If I can look at Sasquatch. Big Papa back on the track, looking to make up for lost time. Managing to break out. Bruising Altitude does currently have the lead. And that is the jam called off before Big Papa can capitalize on it.
Il reste 32 secondes restantes à cette partie. Bruising Altitude mène 165. Le Thunder 111. Do stick around for the next game coming up at 11. The Montreal Sexpos will be facing Royal City's Bootleggers. Poison Ivy avec l'étoile pour le Tri-City Thunder, mais c'est Yolita Applebaum qui décroche le titre de première jammeuse. Et ça passe également pour Poison Ivy. Nos deux jammers maintenant en position pour compter des points. Allons voir si Yolita... Oui, Yolita traverse le pack.
And we are looking at our unofficial score. 113 to 168 in favor of Bruising Altitude.
Hey, donc Poison Ivy was able to snag a couple of extra points at the tail end of that jam. So, yeah, still waiting for the confirmed score, but it is a win for the Denver Roller Derby's
Denver Bruising Altitude.
I say a big thank you for both teams for traveling to our tournament.
Absolutely.
And gonna wait for the official score.